What's up, guys? We're going to be doing a game of 100 card Singleton here on MTGO. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm actually just playing my Rafik deck. I just put Rafik in the deck. Two cards aren't allowed in a 100 card Singleton were Soul Ring and Stoneforge Mystic. I just took them out and replaced them with two random cards. And I'm going to put this for a test ride. Okay, so I'd like blue. I need to draw another land. A 100 card Singleton's actually a pretty good format as well, and it lacks some of the ridiculousness of EDH, in where you can pretty much get the same game every game if you fine tune your deck with a certain commander. Now, unfortunately, here I'm mulled to 5, and I'm still getting mana screwed, so that's really bad. So I'm probably going to lose this game pretty handily at this point. Very unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just getting mana screwed all over the place. So probably not the best game to showcase a 100 card Singleton because I'm not doing very well. I mulled to 5 and I had two lands. One of them was a fetch land. I thought, okay, something will probably come through. It didn't happen. So now I have to discard. And I'm just going to discard the card I just drew. And at this point I fear that if I do draw land, the first spell I try to play he's going to counter. Big difference here being you do not start at 40 life. You start at 20, so the game can be over before you know it. It's better than nothing, I guess, but just barely better than nothing. I can't even trade with this creature. So I'm just going to be taking the damage again. So it looks like he's having some mana problems himself. I'm just going to get a basic island because I want to tap for mana this turn. And I'm going to attempt to use the Wood Elves simply because it's probably going to get countered, and I'd rather Wood Elves get countered than this. If he uses the white to pay, he's signifying that he has counter in hand. He could be bluffing. Either way, I can't sit here and not play something, so we'll see if he's bluffing or not. I'm gonna swing for one again. This isn't the block I want to make unless I have to anyway, so I'm not gonna even bother with that. Okay, so this is probably our opportunity to Kodama's Reach, or if we get a land, Explosive Vegetation. So let's see. Do you have the counter? Need one white and one green. Let's see. I'm actually gonna swing for 3 here. Did I just misclick? I did. That's okay. We gained 3 life off that. Hmm. Gonna attempt to put troll out. Okay, so that's just a hard counter. I guess it's countered. Really, I'm not gonna be blocking here, so I'm just gonna swing. If I tapped my mana differently, I could have cast Janara this turn or attempt to. Right now, I'm just behind. And that's not good. That is absolutely not good. The lifelink is very relevant in this situation where we're racing. Very, very relevant. Get Janara out there. And pass it back. We're going to swing for 1 and pass it back. Yeah, we're not going to block this. We were never going to block this. So our clock is pretty bad right now. We're definitely going to attempt to counter this. Green, green. Let's see if he has a counter back. Nope. Three, 4. Trying to think here what permanents I have. I'll do it for 4. See what else is in here. I actually can't remember right now. So I can do sword, or that sword. Ooh. I think that's the card right there. I think that's definitely the card. Sure. At least it's back in his hand. We'll just swing for one. The good thing here is that card costs 5 mana to cast, so if he does that, he's probably not going to be doing much else on his turn, and we have a 5/5 blocker and a 2/2 blocker. So we're just going to swing for one. We're not going to be greedy here. And pass it back. I know someone's going to say they would have swung with Janara, but I'd rather not. If he's going to be playing a creature with Exalted, I want to be able to straight up block it. Okay, so he's going for mana. Okay, we drew a counterspell. Not bad. We're gonna offer him to give up his creature here. We're gonna swing for 5. He's at 25, so he'll probably take it, but we gotta try and get his life down at some point, is what it comes down to. So we need plains, and I'll say a forest as well. And yeah, counter back up. And that's our turn. Let's see what he does. Hopefully he tries to recast the Angel with Exalted and Lifelink. He's not. He's just straight up swinging for 4. Doesn't really matter which one I block. I'll block here. I have no more use for this card, basically. I'm just trying to preserve my life the best I can. And I left this back just in case he took care of my other blocker. I had a blocker for this creature. My goal there was to not take 4 damage. Let's see what he does here. I know he has a counter in hand. That much I already know. Okay, so here unfortunately we're gonna just be swinging for 1. For the simple fact that anything can happen. Like he could have something to take care of one of my flying blockers and then plays Exalted creature. Anything could happen. We're gonna put another creature out though. If we lose everything, we lose everything. We're at 3, so I have to make some moves. Let's see what he untaps here. Of course, the flyer. It only makes sense. Sure. Yep. So he's on the defense right now, which is very good for us. The big difference here is that he has a lot more cards in his hand than we do, which is not the best situation we want to be in. Also has 16 life more than us. We're gonna factor fiction before we do anything else. Let's see what he gives us. Hmm. We're gonna take the creature. Okay, so he'll definitely look for the trade with this. We're gonna swing with Janara. See what he does. He can just take it. He doesn't have to block here, and that's exactly what he does. Pass it back. Very defensive game right now. That's a lot of mana. This is the draw. Yep, draw 4 cards. Sure, there's an answer waiting. So that's 5 life. Not great for us. But I'd rather see stuff like that than answers to my army. Okay, so end of turn, we're going to attempt to put a counter on Janara. Coming in with Janara again here. Since everything's not going to untap, we just want to send a big body out there and see what he does. And it flies, so he can only block it with certain things. I just did one pump because a second pump wouldn't actually change the clock. And in case he drew Wrath of God here, I'm going to attempt to resolve Gaddock Teague. That'll stop Wrath of God, Day of Judgment, Jace, stuff like that. Okay, so he's going to gain 5 life here probably. And we're representing a counter spell as well. We don't have it obviously, but that's what we're representing. Sure. So he's searching hard for answers here. Sure. That's actually relevant because it turns my Mystic Enforcer into a not so great creature. Could be huge in combat. End of turn, same thing. Another counter on Janara. Very interesting. Sure, why not? Something tells me he has an answer for Janara here. Yep. What is he bouncing? Janara. Figured as much. Undo. Put her back out. I got greeted there. I should have put it on the invisible stalker and swung. Because he can't block it and he can't target it. So I could very well lose this game if he has the right cards. This turn, I mean. If he just passes it back, I'm a very, very happy camper. Okay, so he's going to make sure my Mystic Enforcer drops significantly here. The power and toughness isn't even as relevant as the flying part is. You can see how much longer this game is going than quite a few EDH games, even though you start at 20 life. Okay, so that's not what I wanted to see right now. He has 3, 5 power flying. I'm gonna swing with these two. Okay, so he took that. That's actually pretty big. Because that means that we just gained some life. That's all we need to do this turn. He's at 6. His clock's going down slowly. Okay, okay. That's pretty cool. Another thing is, in a 100 card singleton, you're going to end up seeing a lot of Bant decks. Okay, here we go. Now we got ourselves a match. Maybe. So he's just trying to gain some life here. Hopefully he doesn't have any shenanigans to get rid of my Stoic Angel. End of turn, pump Janara. Pump Janara. Pump Janara. Okay. Mm, if he has an answer, then he has an answer. If he doesn't, then there's a really big creature with trample coming at him. I just don't want to lose this creature to a team block. Janara has more options if he does choose to block her. And if he doesn't choose to block her, then I'm going to kill him. Okay, so that's 2. That's it. Sure. I can't do 9 anyways. I can only do 8. I am going to put this on my Stoic Angel. Okay, so he scoops. Thanks for watching, guys. And if you want to see more games of 100 card Singleton, we can do that too, in addition to EDH and whatever else.